Everybody, how we doing today? I am your host, the Gummy Man, and we're just gonna have a little. Hey, shop girl, how are you, friend? Let me go ahead and mod you, friend. Let me go ahead and mod shop girl right there. She's moderated. Hello, everyone. How we doing? And thank y'all for being here. Appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with the Gummy Man. Hey, Lazari. Hey, friend. How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. We're hanging out here on the front porch. I just got home from work. I got me a cup of coffee in my hand. Um, your birthday cruise. Woohoo! I hear you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear shop girl. Happy birthday to you. So yeah, happy birthday, friend. Have fun on that cruise. Have fun on that cruise. I had a little bit of change in plans this coming the end of the month. So I wanted to run it past. I really wanted to run it past all of my sponsors for the show that's supposed to be on 426. Um, I've got an opportunity to go to a Whatnot meetup in Nashville, Tennessee that weekend. So I'm thinking about pushing it back into the first week of May. So I'll be reaching out to all of my sponsors to make sure we're good with that. And if we are, that's what we're going to do. So I'd rather not do the show from Nashville if I don't have to. Make it a lot easier so we can do a regular show and give all the sponsors their money's worth. But here we are. Here we are, and it's going to be a good. Thank you, Shotgun. I appreciate that. I got to check with Trent's Arts. I got to check with Barbara Florentine. I've got to check with Telly Boss. Telly Boss. I think Telly Boss had a reason for that date, so I got to double check on that. So is that official? Yes, it is official. It is official. Um, it is official. So ask. You got to go to their webpage or their Facebook page and ask for an invite. All that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, as far as I know, it's official. I know it's a resellers, maybe not. It may be just a resellers meetup. I'm not sure. I just found about it the other day, and I got invited to go, so I'm going to go. So, Libby's, I'm not sure if it's official or not. But either way, there's a lot of whatnotters going. So it's a resellers meetup. So, and that's the 25th, 26th, and 27th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We got a schedule and everything, man. So, doing all the things. So I'm seriously thinking about pushing back the big one show until the following Saturday until I'm back. That's like that May 3rd, I think it is. So if Shop Girl's fine with that, I can check with everybody else. If they're fine with that, I'll push it on back. But anyhow, here we are on the front porch. This is the coffee hour, TGM coffee hour. Grab yourself a cup of coffee and all the things. And it's open mic. It's not open mic, open chat. Um, you can ask me anything. However, I don't knock sellers. I don't knock buyers. We don't call out people. We're here to learn as a community and grow as a community. So so I'm here on the front porch. I got about an hour. I need to ship some stuff from last night's show. But I figured I'd come out and hang out with everybody, see what's going on. So with that being said, who out here are buyers right now? Who do we have that are buyers and not sellers? Because I'm probably gonna run you off because I'm not selling. I do have stuff in the buy it now, y'all. I do have whoever it may be. I do have stuff in the buy it now. You can bloop things if you want to, or not. And but it's there. So do we have any buyers or sellers, or who do we have in here? Who's buyer? Who's a buyer? Who's a seller? Or both? Right? I know I'm both. I'm a buyer. I'm a seller, and a blooper. Easy Young, welcome in, friends. Thank you all. We're just having coffee out here. We're chatting. We're chatting amongst ourselves, talking about things. Both, right? I know, right? A lot of us are both. A lot of us are both. Both too, but not too active as of late. I've noticed that, Lazari. I've noticed that. So we're missing you. Get back active, friend. Get back active, and all the things, right? Do all the things, but you got to take care of yourself too as well. I understand that. So make sure you're doing that. And guys, everybody that out there on YouTube land, if you're watching me on YouTube, come on over and say hello. All you got to do is go take that QR code that you're seeing. I think the QR code is right there. I'm not either there or right there on YouTube. And go to that QR code. It'll bring you over to Whatnot. You'll make yourself a screen name. And then you'll come in and hang out with TGM, the Government Man. And yeah, you'll get like free money to spend. You'll get free money to spend on Whatnot. Not just on my show, but any show. So come on over. come on over. The water's fine, y'all. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Um, Again, we're just going to hang out. We're just going to hang out, and I'm going to drink my coffee. And if we have any questions about anything, I mean, how do you list stuff? How, what's the best time to go on? All those things, right? All those things that a lot of people that I knew whatnot are really doesn't know. It blows my mind with some of these Facebook groups. It blows my mind how much the new folks coming into this app do not know. It really, really blows my mind. But that's what we're here for. That's why us older folks are here to hang out and help anybody that has a question, right? I may not be able to answer specific questions, but I can answer them in generalities, right? I can do that. I can answer in generalities. So if anybody has a question about anything in particular, whatnot related, just life in general, like what is the meaning of life? We can delve into that subject too. So thank y'all for being here. We're just kind of hanging out, and make sure you bookmarking my show. Right now it's scheduled for the 26th of April, the big one. However, I may be rescheduling that to May 3rd after I reach out to my sponsors and make sure they're good with that. So, how are we doing, everybody? Who's in here? Who's in here right now? Somebody say something, and let's get this chat going, y'all. Any questions at all whatsoever regarding the whatnot as a buyer or a seller? As a buyer or a seller, I know. Siri says meaning of life is 42. That is incorrect. There's three words that sum up life. There's three words that sum up life in general. Y'all ready for that? Three big words, right? It goes on. Life goes on, regardless of what's going on around you. Life is going on. It's not going to stop. If you stop, it's going to sweep right past you. So grab life by the horns, friends. Grab life by the horns, and I want to ride it all night long. All that stuff, y'all. So exactly, guys, do me a favor if you're not following me. Right up here, I think either here or here is my screen name, the Gummy Man. So if you would like to tap on that, please give me a follow. I do have fun sales shows. I had a show last night, sold a bunch of smalls and minis, ran about an hour and a half or something like that. Had a good time. Had a good time just hanging out. But now I want to be able to give back to the community. Want to give back to the community. Hello, my friend. Who was that? The kids come in. Chief Nick, or Chef Nick. What's up, friend? How we doing today? Thank you all for coming in and hanging out with the Government Man. This here is just a small chat show. I will be off for the maximum 1 hour. But we can always end any time. We can end any time. We can keep going. It all depends on what the chat has to say about what is life, what's going on. What anybody has any questions? Anybody out there have not done their first show? Do we have any newbies out here that have not done your first show yet? Hello, Queenie, Queen Jeannie, or is it Queen Janine? Deanna Martin. So you have not done your first show yet? Is that what you're saying? You've not done your first show. So awesome. And you haven't yet, Shopper. You haven't yet? I thought you have. All right. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, jump in. Just jump in. So it's not as difficult. It's not as difficult as you see on all these Facebook group pages, guys. It's not difficult at all. You load a few items into your store. You put a few random items in there. You put some stuff in your buy it now, and you press that button, go live, just like that. And that's how you do it. You go out there, you build yourself a community. May 13th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So 12 p.m. So is that as in midnight? Midnight, right? Or is that noon? 12 p.m. is noon, right? So noon Pacific time will be 3 my time. It'll be 3 my time, so 3 p.m. my time. So I will make sure that, let's see here, Shop Girl. Let me look here real quick. Let me look at your profile. I'm going to pull your profile up. I think I'm already in your shows. I've already bookmarked that show. So there you go. So make sure, guys, you're bookmarking Shop Girl right there. Make sure you bookmark her shows. Also, Deanna Martin. Deanna Martin is a new seller. So let's take a look at your profile, Deanna. We're going to look at you right here. We're going to view your profile. 425 followers. You're following 1.6 thousand people. Your first show is showing as 4-5. Showing as 4-5. That's your shop. Sorry, your show, you have a 4-9 show scheduled. There you go. Your first show on the night, second show on the 11th, then the 16th. That's a good thing you got all the shows booked because I'm going out there and bookmarking them all. See, that's how you do it, guys. I am bookmarking them all. Hello, Shadow Gray. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. So, yeah, so that's one thing I would have to say. If you're a brand new seller, if you look at my profile, you will see I've got shows from here all the way through the end of 2025, maybe into 2026. I don't know. So I think I do. I think I got them all the way into 2026. So create a bunch of shows. You can always move those shows around. And then you collect bookmarks and all that kind of fun stuff. And once you collect the bookmarks, people will get notified. Your followers get notified. People with bookmarks get notified. Someone will get a double whammy, right? So make sure that's what you're doing. Make sure you're creating lots of shows. And when you go into other shows, if somebody wants to follow you, you may ask them, to bookmark my shows. If you go into the seller support chat, say, please bookmark my shows. And folks will go in there and bookmark them. Even if they don't come. Even if they don't come, it's always better to have a show with more bookmarks because it helps the algorithm, guys. It builds the algorithm. It helps folks come in and remind them that, hey, look, this show's got something going on. Look at all these bookmarks. They got something going on, right? So, and bookmarks create bookmarks. So there you go. So what else we got going on this afternoon? I know it's Friday Eve. I know it's Friday. The weather here is nice, like 80 degrees here in South Carolina. Going to be absolutely phenomenal. This weekend is going to be gorgeous. My son plays semi-pro soccer, and he will be going. They have their very first season opening home game. I know, human. I get it. They have their season opening. I know. I saw that. I saw y'all had a crazy ice storm. That was nuts. That was nuts. My son plays semi-pro soccer. They've got their first season opening, first game ever, Saturday at 4 p.m. Looking forward to that. Hello, second chances, second chance picks. Welcome in. Thank you for being here, guys. If you're not following, do me a favor. Touch my screen name right there, and hit that follow button. I would greatly appreciate it. We're just talking for a little bit, guys. We're talking. I've got some orders I've got to ship, so I'm going to. I got lazy, y'all. I want to take a break. I got a regular job, so I took my regular job and took a break from my regular job. Not for like a break. I came home. From my regular job before I went to my whatnot job. And I said, I'm going to go live and just talk to some folks and chill out, have me a cup of coffee, and see if I can help anybody. Because every once in a while, I can say a good word. Not all the time, but every once in a while I can. So if you got any questions, shout them out. I'm full of I'm full of it, y'all. I am. Wow. So thank y'all for being here. Appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. Who we got in here? Hello again, my friend. We got all kinds of peeps in the house. Thank you for being here, guys. If you have any questions, shout them out. If not, take a look at my bio now. If anybody wants to be a sponsor for the big one this month, which it might end up being May 3rd. We're looking at changing the date. However, we are already up to $425 of Amazon gift cards. 400 already up to $425 for the Amazon gift cards. So hopefully we can get a few more sponsors in on that. Thank you, Second Chance Picks, for the follow. I appreciate that. Hopefully we can get a few more sponsors on that. And we've had some people win some big money, y'all. I think the last time there's two folks won $225 worth of Amazon gift cards each. We gave away $510 last time, guys. It's a community effort. So we're looking to build on that. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, take a look at my store, my Buy It Now, and you can go in and you buy a sponsorship for 25, 50, 100, or a nuclear sponsorship for 250. It can be done. It has been done. So I know this coming month we got a nuclear sponsor and we have a major sponsor. So that's 350 of the 425. We got some other associate sponsors with Shop Girls in there, Barbara Florentine's in there. Um, there's one other I can't remember. Yeah, sponsor the big show, the big one, y'all. It's gonna be amazing. That's why I really want to move it back or push it out to the third. I really want to push it out to the third because I don't want to be in a hotel room where the internet service might be spotty, or I can't be myself. Um, I think we push it out to the third if everybody's good with that. What's up, Rummer? Rum Rummer, you're stuck. I'm half blind, so it's hard to read the small print. Plus, my phone is so if I'm here in the sunlight, it kind of gets darker, so it's harder for me to read that as well. But thank you for being here, guys. If you're not following me, do me a favor. Tap on my name, the Gummy Man, right there. That Gummy Man right there. Tap on my name and give me a follow. Me and my friend Amy Perrin are having a contest. Me and my friend Amy Perrin are having a contest to see who can get to 15K first. She's about 1,000 ahead of me last time I checked. Um, I started off, I was about 300 ahead of her. She has bypassed me. She has bypassed me. But then again, I took a couple weeks off. You had to head to Galveston. Hugs, my friend. Love you, Shop Girl. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you, my friend. Be safe on your travels. Love you, girl. Take care. So, yeah. So all the people coming out. So we're looking at moving. I will. I've got to ship some stuff tonight. So I'm just kind of relaxing for a moment. This is relaxing for me, y'all. So I've got to. Yeah, talk about moving the show until probably May. I think May 3rd. I think May 3rd is a Saturday, so it's gonna be the following Saturday. I think we're looking at again, but I want to make sure we're good with all my sponsors and stuff. That also gives us a chance to get it a little bit bigger. So uh, hello, Carrie's Crafty Coven. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Um, welcome to the front porch. I'm just kind of hanging out. Hello, friend. I'm hanging out. Just talk about anything and everything, whatnot. I got off my regular job. Didn't have a show schedule, so I just threw something up, and I figured we sat here. I grabbed me a cup of coffee. We talked for an hour and see if anybody came around. Any new folks come around, and let me introduce myself to you. And you can ask me questions. I've been on the app. Let's see, December. So December to January to February, March, April. I've been on the app 2 years and 4 months. 2 years and 4 months. Again, followers don't mean buyers. But I got 12,000 followers. Um, Sold over 11,000 items. So I feel myself somewhat seasoned, right? Seasoned or mature or whatever you want to call it, right? That's what I am. So I do have a lot of answers to a lot of the questions that anybody may have. When it comes to shipping, I do all the shipping stuff. Now, granted, you're new. You had your first show last night. Well, congratulations. Let me follow you, friend. Carrie's Crafty Coven. I'm going to view your profile right there. There you go. You got some shows booked. That's the first thing you're supposed to do. Book some shows. Yeah, I just left my own show. I left my own show to follow you. So hang on 1 minute. Try that again. I went to your show, friend. View your profile, and I'm going to give you a follow back. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. So, guys, yeah, and sponsor the big show too if you want to. Now, the big show we normally hold between 100 and 200 people. Your crochet and vintage jewelry stuff. Uh, And so yeah, awesome. That's cool. That's very cool. I love the handmade community. A lot of my friends do crochet. Elevated Crochet is an amazing seller on this app. Get to know her. She's located in the North Carolina area. I met her in person at a whatnot meetup. She is an amazing person. Meet her. Get to know all the people. That's the thing about whatnot. is and this is the time I'm not normally on, so I don't have that many people here. But there are meetups. Yes, I'm actually going to one in Nashville. I'm actually going to one in Nashville on the end of April, April 25th, 26th, and 7th. I'm going to a meetup. I went to a meetup a few months ago in Wake Forest, North Carolina. Went there. Hey, Miss Shooter, welcome in. Went to one in North Carolina. I also met a bunch of people in Vegas. We had a resellers convention in Vegas. I went there and met some folks in there. So yeah, there are meetups. I'm actually thinking about doing an unofficial one of my own. So I'm thinking about doing an unofficial one of my own. I just got to figure out the right time, the right timing for everybody, to where I can find a place to do it and make it a weekend if people want to travel. I mean, I don't want people traveling long distances, but if you're within a couple of days drive, right? If you're within a couple of days drive, a few hours drive. I don't mean a couple of days. If you're in a few hours drive, come and hang out, and I'll get it planned where at 7 o'clock at night on that Friday night, right? Or 7 o'clock Friday night, we'll have the meet and greet. And then we'll have the after party after the meet and greet. Then the Saturday morning, we'll go picking somewhere, right? We'll go sourcing or picking or whatever you want to call it at a local area. And then we'll have a scheduled lunchtime. And then we'll have a scheduled activity Saturday night. And then we may have a scheduled breakfast Sunday morning. And then we all disperse. So something like so you can come in, if you're a few hours drive, you can come in on a Friday night and being involved in everything, right? So that's my plan. I want to do something like that. It would be fun, would it not? So and again, I'm in the upper upstate South Carolina area. So, and it does not have to be Whatnot sponsored. It does not have. There's nothing wrong with getting together with friends, right? So, um, I will always reach out to Whatnot, let them know I'm doing it, so that if they wanted to put me on their list or whatever, that's fine. But if not, I have talked to Kiana about it before, and we talked about it. She said, let me know. She told me to let her know if I decide to do one. So there we go. So thank you all for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate you. And yeah, that's it. So I'm chilling on the front porch. Um, I am outside. Yeah, I know y'all had a ton of snow. I know it's Dreamland. You want to know? You want to know? It's 83 degrees right now. 83 degrees. That's what it was on my way home from work. 83 degrees here in Anderson, South Carolina. And I know, right? So so I'm hanging out here in the front porch. Oh, yeah, tornadoes last night. Where was that at, Carrie? Hey, Sammy. Sammy girl, welcome in. Thank you for being here. So where were your tornadoes at? That sounds nasty. Hello. How are you? Welcome in, guys. Make sure you're at MS. Is that Mississippi? Right? Mississippi, right? MISSI. Yeah, MI, cricket letter I, something like that. Mississippi, yes. So, guys, if you're brand new here, do me a favor. If you're not following me already, go up into my name, the Gummy Man. Tap on that. Slap that. Mash that follow sign. I'm also on YouTube as well. So, guys, if you're watching me on YouTube, the water's fine. Come on over to Whatnot. Say hello. So, I met a lot of folks on YouTube that have come over and become active members of the Whatnot community. It's been kind of fun. Doing that. So we're Arkansas. Arkansas had a bunch of tornadoes. Oh wow, that's not good. We don't like tornadoes, y'all. We don't. You're in Ohio. That's not too far away. Ohio has. A matter of fact, I went to. Thank you, Sammy girl, for the follow. I appreciate that. Um, I went to Springfield, Ohio last May. Um, Possibly going again this year, but this national trip come up, and that's somewhere different. So I don't know if I can go to. I don't know if I can go to Vegas in March, Nashville in April, and then Ohio in May. Where are you from? That's where I'm from. Where? Where? Where are you from? You're a new seller, pretty excited, seeking some help on some things, dropping in. Yeah. Ohio tornado warning out to 5 a.m. Oh my gosh, Springfield. You from Springfield? I was there. I'm going to Nashville the last weekend in this month. Miss Shooter. So what do you? All right, so Sammy girl, ask me anything. Ask me anything. I've been on the app 2 years and 4 months. Um, I'm going to make a disclaimer. Anything I say, yes, follow everybody. Anything I say is a disclaimer. Make sure that you follow up and you check on whatnot and follow behind me. Make sure what I'm telling you is accurate. There are a lot of really, really, really big sellers out there that spew all kinds of information. All right, give you all kinds of information that is not accurate. All right. See, some of these big sellers. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking them. Right. Shipping question. Uh, if you set a max for shipping, how does whatnot figure that? All right. I'm gonna say Sasquatch. Um, I'm gonna tell you right now, Sammy girl. I'm gonna tell you right now. For your first two shows, don't do it. Don't do it because what happens? What happens on when you set max shipping? That that means that the buyer only pays up to a certain dollar amount. You are responsible for the rest. So if somebody comes in and buys a boatload of stuff from you, right? They buy 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pounds of stuff from you. They pretty much paid for that first 5 pounds. After that, it's on you. So as someone that has been on the block a time or two, max shipping is something a new seller should not do until they get to catch the ropes of and whatnot. Yeah, yeah. So see, a lot of folks don't know this. I'm gonna set max shipping, so all they got to pay is $9.21. Yeah, the buyer pays $9.21. However, then you pay the rest. So a safe way to bundle coffee. Yes. Hey Albert, I got coffee. Um, a safe way to bundle. And see, I don't understand where you're coming from there, because they whatnot bundles for you, right? If you buy this pen, all right, you buy this pen for $2, and it weighs 0 to 1 ounce. It's gonna put it in the package, right? It's gonna put it in the package for 1 ounce. Then you buy this coffee mug. Then you buy this coffee mug for £1, right? It's gonna bundle that pound, 1 pound, 1 ounce together in a box. It's the same buyer. So you don't have to worry about bundling. You don't have to worry about bundling. Whatnot bundles it for you. All right. The only thing you need to make sure of, if you have a crazy big, say you got a crazy big uh, flower pot, right? Nice flower pot that's going to be really really big, and you don't want to ship it with a bunch of other stuff. At that point in time, you need to create yourself a custom. Thank you for the Cletus card. Thank you for the purchase. You have to go in there and create a or ton of yarn, as I would say, right? You go in there, create yourself a custom shipping profile. You know, and whatever the measurement of the box is going to be, whatever the weight is going to be, and put it ships alone. How many additional goes with it? 0. Ships alone. That way, that item can ship alone, and you're not going to be worried about other items going in that same box. But everything else won't ship alone. So you create a custom shipping profile just for that item. Does that answer your question? Because, or you say, what kind of printer do you use to print your labels? All right, that's a good question. No, you have to create the custom shipping profile before you sell it. Before you sell it. Now you can go and unbundle and bundle in the shipping section. However, that's going to cost you adjustments and will cost you money. You don't want to do that. So you want to create a custom shipping profile ahead of time if you have something big. Uh, Shipping plus tax. There is none. Just use the default. So first I'm gonna go back to Carrie. What kind of printer do I use? I'm old fashioned. I still have a LaserJet printer, right? I still have a LaserJet, inkjet, whatever you call it. I've been using it. I keep saying I'm gonna buy me. Keep saying I'm gonna. Yeah. Buyer pay. Yeah, buyer pays all shipping. I've never. I take it back. Only a few times have I done the lower shipping. As for the printer, I use the inkjet. However, they do have Rolo printers. I keep saying I'm not going to invest in a printer until mine falls apart and mine keeps hanging out, right? So whichever printer works best for you. It depends on your volume of sales. I probably need to go to a label printer. I just haven't yet. I'm old school. I'm stubborn. So yeah, thermal printer. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Label printer, thermal label printer. They've got them on Amazon for less than $100. You get a nice one. Get a nice one for less than $100. And I I'm a cheap tightwad, so I hold off on that as long as I can. Right. So I have my inkjet printer. I've got my ink subscription. It works for me right now. Yeah, 60. So you can find one for $60 exactly. So, and the brands, to be honest with you, Rolo is a good name, what I understand, but there's all kinds of brands out there right now. So those are out there for you guys. So if you want to get one, you're fine. But again, I'm old school right now, and I do this part time. I work a regular job, so I do whatnot part time as well. I have sold a few items though. If you look at my profile, I have sold pushing 12,000 items in a little over 2 years. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but it's hey Charlie, what's up, my friend? So thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Be careful with some of the printers. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah, you're right. Thank you, Albert. Some printers have property rights on the paper, so you have to use their paper, and they won't work with any other paper. So so that is a fact too, exactly. And I think Rolo for in general works on pretty much any of them. So you may have to pay up a little bit, on your printer to get one that can use any paper whatsoever. And I'm also going to say one thing too, because I know people do this and it's wrong. Uh, you can people create a UPS account, right, to get the free labels. Unless you actually use a UPS account for other stuff, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not because it just drives up the cost for the UPS rates. I know not USPS. I'm talking UPS. It drives up rates for that. So don't do that. Hey, Flora D, welcome in, friend. How are you? Thank you for coming in. We're just having a fireside chat. We're having coffee hour. We're just kind of hanging out. Been on for about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes or so, and just shooting and stuff. But does Whatnot create your labels? Yes, yeah. No worries. Now you said you had your first show, right? It is nice. It's 83 degrees outside. Uh, you you have to print. You don't have to, but I use my laptop for all my shipping, right? You haven't done one yet. Okay. I use my laptop. You use your laptop, or you can use your phone, but it's got me in browser mode. You cannot do it from the app, as far as I know, unless they changed it recently. Again, I do all my shipping from the computer. You go to shipping, and it shows you. You go in there, you box it up. Like if I sold this coffee mug, I box up, I bubble wrap it, pack it up, put it in a box. I weigh it. I get the dimensions, and I go to the shipping section, and I put in there. It's gonna tell me shipping's gonna say it's a 12 by 12 by 12, and whatever weight I put it in at, right? So I put it in as a pound. So 12 by 12 by 12 a pound. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna adjust it to a 8 by 6 by 6 box, because that's the size box it's gonna go into, right? 8 by 6 by 6 box is now 1 pound 4 ounces, so that's gonna be 20 ounces. And everything goes in ounces, and you hit edit shipping, and you hit edit shipping, and you put it in, and save it, and it comes out, and then you print your label. Okay, do not, whatever you do, especially if you sell stuff like I do. I sell stuff from this big to this big. Don't go in and generate all labels. You're gonna have yourself a mess. The only way you want to generate all labels is maybe once you start selling and get acclimated with everything, and you sold for a while, and all your items are the same size, and you get to where you know for a fact your boxes are going to be right. Maybe at that time you can do that. But the majority of the time, if you generate your label, here's what's going to happen. If you generate your label, and your label says it's 6 ounces, and it's 15 ounces, say it's a pound, and Whatnot is going to generate a priority label for that label you said was 7 ounces, and it's very possible when it gets delivered to the buyer, it could get delivered postage due. You do not want your buyer to get stuck with a postage due coming from you. It's not good business, guys. It's not good business at all. Yes, it does. It goes off weight you entered into during at the show, or when you made your listing, right? Or when you made your listing. Excuse me. So when I make my listing, excuse me, I made my listing for my coffee cup. I said TGM coffee cup, 1 pound. So when I sell it, it's gonna come out and it's gonna use that 1 pound that I said it's gonna be. It's gonna say 12 by 12 by 12, 1 pound. If I put it in as 8 ounces, Whatnot is gonna say it's 8 ounces, right? Even though it's a pound. So when you go in and edit your shipment, you're gonna be overweight and you're gonna have to use an adjustment. You don't want to use adjustments if you don't have to. You're better off having the buyer pay the shipping, right? So do your listings long before you show you. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't do them right before you show unless you build your inventory up. You can build your inventory up and you can pull items from your inventory into your show. You can do that. But for your first show, you got to build your inventory level up. Um, you can have each individual item listed, which I prefer. You can also have them set as generic listings, but then you've got to track what is what. So you got to make sure you document exactly who buys what. So if you create different listings for different things, you have a picture of it and everything will be just dandy. It'll be just dandy. So when you go to pull all your items, it'll say that Carrie got the coffee mug, the ink pen, the vase, all the things, and it bundles them all together, just like that. So, yeah. So, I hope that helped a bit of y'all. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. Hello, Hannah Huffman. How we doing, friend? Uh, Coco Baker, welcome in. We're just having a small chat here on the porch, hanging out with TGM. I got home from work and I want to take a break and do the things right. Hello, Jennifer Crochet. Welcome in. Uh, I'm glad I helped you. And and like I tell everybody else, if you have any questions, you see my screen name. You can message me. You can message me. I'm pretty good about returning a message. Um, but I will say always look on the Whatnot website. It has a lot of information you can use. A lot of information you can use on there on the Seller Academy. Um, Here's what I'm confused on. You bought a cup, cost $9.50 ship, right? But you end up also buying the pen. But I set that shipping. Well, you don't set the shipping. You set it at the weight. You set the weight. So, here's what happens on that. I'm glad you asked that. That's a good question. Yeah, Whatnot does combine them. So let me tell you a little bit how Whatnot works. The first pound. Now, say you got a couple pens, right? This pen is $3. Costs you $4 a ship. The next pen costs you $4 a ship, so it adds those together, $8. The next pen costs you $4 a ship, but it's only going to go to a pound, which is $9.21. Then the buyer has 4 more quote unquote free pounds to use before the cost starts over. Okay? So for $9.21, you can sell 5 pounds worth of stuff and have it shipped for $9.21 anywhere in the country. I think Hawaii, Alaska, maybe a little bit different. Uh, they do it. They do it. So it's simple. I'm telling you, it's so simple. People make so much out of shipping, and it's so dang easy. It really is. It's not rocket science. Whatnot will bundle them for you. You got to make sure though that you go to your shipping page afterwards and make sure that you go down. Where do you enter that? I thought that was a max shipping I need. Do not do max shipping. I'm telling you, don't do max, because if you do max shipping, you will pay over the amount you put in for max shipping. I'm just letting you know. You will pay the difference. If you're brand new, you don't want to do that because you could get stuck with shipping. Yeah, you don't want to do max shipping. Because what that means That means that after the buyer pays $9.21 shipping, you, the seller, are eating the rest of it. You, the seller, are eating the rest of the shipping. So after that 5 pounds at $9.21, if they buy another pound, you're paying the $9.21 or whatever difference it may be, right? So you're paying that amount. So you don't want to do that. So I do not recommend new sellers do max shipping. It sounds good, right? It sounds good, and a lot of people think that max shipping is that's all anybody pays. No, it's all the buyer pays. It's all the buyer pays. You pay the difference. You pay the difference. So make sure if you're doing max shipping, you better make sure you know what you're doing. So I don't recommend new sellers doing max shipping right away because, especially new sellers in general, don't get the dollar amount they need out of their items. I mean, it's facts, right? It's facts. You may not get. You may want $15. You may want $15 for this, but you know what? You might get five. Okay, you might get five. And I'm also going to recommend until you build yourself a following, until you have people coming to your shows quite a bit or selling shows, don't do dollar starts either. Again, it's up to you. It's up to you, but I do not recommend dollar starts. My item was 16, you got 13. Well, you got lucky. You got lucky on that because normally you do the math on that. Uh, you may not even get 13 on that. Depends on how heavy it was, and how much the shipping was, because you had to pay the 2.9% on the total amount, item and shipping. Um, yeah, you understand that part now. Thank you. That sets the weight. What sets the weight for the combined shipping? How do you choose, say, 5 pounds to reset one? Whatnot will do that. Whatnot does that. You don't have to worry if you do the default shipping exactly how Whatnot has it. If you do the default shipping exactly how Whatnot has it, um, you're not going to have any issues. The only issues you may have if one buyer comes in and buys a bunch of stuff, bunch of big stuff, and they try to combine it in one box. So again, that's where it comes down to by having custom shipping profiles for bigger items, right? You have custom shipping profiles for bigger items. Make sure that you have a big item. I sell big tall genie bottles, right? I do them custom shipping one item in that box. One item in that box. So if they buy 10 little items, it's going to bundle all together. That custom shipping profile will put that one big item in a box, and the buyer will pay separate shipping just for that box. So one other thing I'm going to say now, if you plan on using priority boxes, Whatnot defaults after 5 pounds. It goes back to ground advantage. That's the only shipping profile that I change. I change it where it stays priority because I use the free priority mailing boxes, not flat rate. I'm not a big flat rate fan either. I use the regular priority mail shipping boxes. So what I do, I change that ground advantage. I change that to priority over 5 pounds. It does not cost the buyer that much more. It gets in their packages quicker, and it also allows me to use the free boxes for everything, even the bigger stuff. So I hope I helped the folks out today. I'm going to call it an afternoon. Please make sure that you give me a follow if you're not already. Come hang out at some of my shows, some of my selling shows. We have fun. I like to joke around, have a good time. So with that, guys, I thank y'all for being here. Thank you for so very much, Sammy. Not necessary, but greatly appreciated. I thank you for that tip. That is greatly appreciated. Again, and like I said, you can message me. If you got questions, message me. I do work a regular job during the day. I'm able to uh, message from time to time during the day and all the things. So, but yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. Let's find somebody to rate. I only have a few people here, but I always believe in rating somebody because there's somebody out there. You know what? I'm going to go to my friend Dragon Hoarder right here. We can go see Dragon Hoarder She got epic, abstract, epic rain train information. So I'm not sure how much longer she's gonna be on, but here we go. Let's go see Dragon Hoarder. Love you.